Hello and welcome to Writing Wednesday. Righty guys, so we are going to read the documents, the directions, and the historic background in this part, together. So, you are going to be sticking with me for the rest of the class period. So don't close your computers. Ready, let's start. The following question is based on the accompanying document. We only have two. It is designed to test your ability to examine and interpret the meaning of the document. Then you will write a final essay, which uses important information from the documents you have analyzed. More information, because we only have two good documents. More information can be found, but you only have 2 days to write that essay. And we're using today to read. So, more information can be found. Just search the prompt on the Google. Alright, the prompt is discuss the purpose of slavery from colonial times until the Civil War, and how slavery denied people their basic right. The only part I'm focusing on is how slavery denied people their basic right. So, with that being said, we can annotate the prompt. How, circle, how. What do you write? By or through. I'm sorry I write messy. So, that's what you write. Directions. Write an introductory prompt. Check. Use specific details from at least 3 documents in Part A. Check. You may include any other outside information that you have learned. Check. Finish with a concluding paragraph. Check. All 4 should be checked. Historic background. Throughout history, basic civil and human rights have been denied people throughout the actions of individuals, groups, and governments from the earliest colonial time to 1865. This is the time period. Be thinking of that when you write your essay. Time period. Slavery existed in the United States. What was the purpose of slavery from the earliest colonial times until 1865? Tasks for Part A. Read each document carefully and answer the questions or questions after each document. Then read the directions for Part B and write your essay. Ready? Be the best me you can be. Let's go. Together. He would put my hands together and tie them. He would strip me naked. He would whip me one side till that was sore and full of blood, and then he would whip me on the other side till that was all torn up. So we can analyze this document and find out they talking about slave treatment. Slave treatment. Alrighty. That's that. So let's go on. You have 2 questions. What does this document say about the relationship of slaves and masters? So we can go back to this, use textual evidence, and find out the answer. And then, when slaves were whipped, what human rights was being denied? So once again, we can go back to this and find the answer. So, do that now. Reason number 1. First, is there a reason? And then this is the prompt. So big P. And then this is the note. So you can say, freedom was being denied. Freedom. So, that was messy handwriting. And this will be your first assertion. Let's continue to document 2. I was about 12 or 14 years old when I was sold. I was a boy that was not big enough to work. I had a brother named John and a cousin by the name Brutus. Both of them were sold, and about 3 weeks later, it came my turn. On the day I left home, everything was sad among the slaves. My mother and my father sung and prayed over me and told me how to get along in the world. So, this is S T T T T T T. I can't write T. What power did the boy's parents have over his future? Write that down and I'll tell you the answer. If I can. None! But why? Answer that. And then let's keep rolling. Reason number 2. Is there a reason? Oh. Is there a reason? How does this document answer the prompt? This is your first assertion. So, you are going to write the prompt. I'm not going to use this tool anymore. The prompt goes here. Claim number 1, claim number 2. And then thesis statement. Keep calm and write a thesis. Directions using the documents. The answer to the question in part A and your knowledge of social studies. Write a well-organized essay about the Civil War. Go. You can use outside information from Google. But go. Let's go. It's finished.